Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Tairimo Boys podcast, Boys Talk Chop episode 1 for June 16th, 2025. I'm your host, Cody. And with me in second chair, we got Jeremy.
What's up?
Third chair, we got Ryan.
Oh,
So, Cody's got him some new software editing tools, so he has more time. We're going to try something new. We're probably not going to do this all the time, but we got stuff we want to talk about. So, this new segment, Boys Talk Chop, just us giving our thoughts and stuff. So today, we're mostly going to be focusing on Spaceballs 2.
That's where the center of our attention is.
Yep. Took the internet by storm this week. So, boys, Spaceballs 2. I highly recommend anyone who hasn't go watch our first Spaceballs review.
And watch Spaceballs if you're the 1% who hasn't seen it.
Oh, there's people that don't even know who Rick Moranis is.
How can you not know who Rick Moranis is? Oh, God.
They're called
Poor
Zoomers.
souls. Oh, yeah. Zoomers. All right, Zoomers. This is tailored to you. Go watch Spaceballs. Do yourself a favor.
I think maybe when we reviewed that, we made the joke. It's like, oh, for the 5 people who haven't watched this, but it turns out a lot of people don't know what Spaceballs is. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Spaceballs, it was a Mel Brooks movie. Mel Brooks is famous for being like the pioneer of parody movies. It's a Star Wars parody. It's hilarious.
And it's goated.
So, after 38 years, we're finally getting a sequel.
Only took 38 short years.
So, Jeremy, are you looking forward to the sequel?
Oh, absolutely. I love parody movies. I love Star Wars. To hear that there was a Spaceball 2's coming out caught me by surprise, and it was a pleasant surprise.
Did you learn about it whenever I texted you about it?
100%. When you guys started blowing up the chat, I was like, this is a thing? Oh, yes.
Ryan, are you excited?
hell no. I think I have finally learned my lesson or just having my heart broken of things that, you know, franchises that started out and everybody was young and like in their 30s, and all of a sudden they're 105 years old. It's just, you can't recapture the same magic. Mel Brooks, yogurt is almost 100 years old. The yogurt is expired.
That yogurt is expired. Hey, you know what? The good news is when we get the third movie, we're going to be in retirement, so we won't have to work anymore. More time for reviews like this.
Ryan, I'm going to take your side on this. Like, I'm hoping it's good, but there's a few things. Well, first off, Mel Brooks isn't 105. He's only 98 years old.
The ripe young age of 99.
98, Jeremy. He's almost 99.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll be celebrating his birthday here soon.
Amazon Studios is behind it, and for the Zoomers at home, Mel Brooks is famous for being extremely edgy, like hashtag canceled edgy. If you've ever seen Blazing Saddles, you could not make a movie like that anymore. I feel like Spaceballs 2, with Amazon Studios being behind it, it's going to be neutered.
Yeah, fair point. I mean, everything is neutered these days anyway.
Like, even more neutered than usual.
Well, I'm still sticking with it. I'm super excited for it. Do I expect it to be as good as the original? Hell no. There's no way, like Ryan said, you can recapture the damn near perfection that movie was. But I am still excited to see it.
Yeah.
Call it brain rot, if you will.
That's not brain rot.
It will be for me if it's shitty.
That's still not brain rot.
Well, my brain's rotting either way. I don't know what to tell you.
The good news, too, is Bill Pullman, who played Lone Star, Mel Brooks, and Rick Moranis is finally coming out of retirement to return.
Did we ever think Rick Moranis was going to come back?
No.
No. So, again, huge surprise this is happening.
Yeah, he didn't even come back for Ghostbusters. Not even for like a tiny cameo.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, he didn't even come back for Ghostbusters, but he comes back for this. But he made a good call not coming back for Ghostbusters.
He would have had more energy than Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Bill Murray had a lot more energy in his newer movies than he did in the Ghostbusters.
He was just there for the damn paycheck.
That's all it was.
Oh, something that caught me with the trailer, at the very end, it said there was just one Spaceballs. For everyone at home, they seem to be burying the fact that there was a Spaceballs animated series, and as we talked about in our Spaceballs review, apparently it was awful.
Not surprising why they want to bury it. But you can't hide it from the Tairimo boys.
Also disappointed this isn't called Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Well, I mean, I think I fully expect them to add the tagline. Or they could do a like McPixel type thing where they skip numbers and then make a huge joke that they skipped the numbers.
That would be funny.
Jerry, do you ever expect to hear a McPixel reference?
No, I am, that you brought a McPixel reference into this. So, hats off to you, sir.
Still, we're going to review it. Probably even if
we have to.
Turns out to be bad.
We have to. It's what we do. Sometimes we have to take one for the team.
Jeremy, you said that you, off camera, or off microphone, that you saw the new How to Train Your Dragon movie, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that?
That was a fantastic movie. And I have almost zero to no complaints about that movie. Yes, they do a racial swap. Other than that, I felt like it followed along with the original pretty well. And the movie was so well paced, there's enough to keep my attention that I think I looked at the clock twice, and each time an hour had already passed. So the first time I looked, it was halfway through the movie. I'm like, wow, I'm still enjoying the shit out of this. Second time was right towards the end. It captivated my interest the entire time, and I loved it so much that I've actually seen it twice. Once in 3D. This is one of those movies I would say is decently worth it to see it in 3D. I could almost touch Gerard Butler's beard, I felt.
I didn't know 3D still existed.
It does. It does at AMC, at least.
Good thing that fad went away. God, I hate
Yeah, in my experience with 3D movies, I think I've seen 2 throughout my lifetime in the theaters. One being Avatar, which everybody loved but gave me a headache. But it was great. You could tell, it was meant for 3D. Then my second experience was watching, I think it was the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean. And there was only one point in the movie that was 3D that I could tell. And it was when a sword was thrown and it stuck through a door. That was the only point in the entire movie that was 3D. I'm like, well, that's a waste of time.
Jeremy, you're lying to me. Because I know you've seen at least 3 3D movies.
Refresh my memory.
The 3 of us and maybe Mike saw Men in Black 3 in 3D together.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so 3 experiences.
Snap.
I called you out on that.
I actually did not remember Men in Black in 3D.
Yeah, it's Men in Black 3D.
3D, that's right.
The only thing I remember about that movie is 3D is like at the end where Boris the animal shoots that spike out of his hand.
Yep, I remember that too because we complained about it. We were like, why did we see this in 3D?
we got forced to see it in 3D because there was no other showings. That's
right. Okay, so 3 3D experiences. 3 threes.
So, have you seen anything else lately or play anything interesting?
Yes. Actually, another movie that I will be going to watch a second time is The Phoenician Scheme. That one kind of flew under the radar because this is technically termed dump months, as I've been informed, where studios kind of dump the movies that they thought wouldn't do as well. This movie is actually fantastic, and we do have a lively Bill Murray in it. I challenge each and every one of you to watch the new Ghostbusters, and then watch The Phoenician Scheme and see the difference in Bill Murray.
I should have just kicked him out of the movie. We won't be needing you.
Yeah. Actually, The Phoenician Scheme was an amazing movie. It's a certain type of comedy.
Movie,
right? You know what? I'm not 100% sure. It might be. It's a different type of comedy, but it sticks well. And apparently, the people I've talked to that have also seen it are like, wow, this one flew under the radar, but actually good. Other than that, that's it for movies. As far as games go, I've been playing Elden Ring. That's it. Elden Ring Night Rain. Love the game. I think I've gotten decently far in it, but I've started to notice I don't know if it's a player drop off or it's some sort of networking issue that I'm having, but certain bosses that you can choose to fight in the game are becoming less and less available. It takes longer for your matchmaking.
I think it's player drop off.
I think it might be too, because there's one boss in particular, the Centaur, that I have to do for a quest. It takes probably a minimum of 20 minutes to get a match made. And then, Cody, as you well know, in Night Rain, most everybody sucks playing that video game. And so to wait, 20 plus minutes for matchmaking just to wipe on day one, essentially the first mini boss, it's pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, people are bad at Elden Ring. So I've learned. Jeremy learned.
I know.
Mr.
And this is the fast-paced one.
Jeremy, you're Mr. Mimic tier.
Hey. Well, yeah, okay. I'm not going to fight that. But I'm still good at the game.
Anything else, Jeremy?
Nope, that's all I got, boys.
Ryan, you watch anything or play anything interesting lately?
So far, been intermittently playing God of War Ragnarok. Well, I haven't played in a few weeks. Love those games. Didn't think I'd love them at first, but
remind me after this podcast. There's a really good breakdown of Odin on YouTube. I'll send you.
Really? Well, furthering that, has Ragnarok been ported to PC yet?
Yes.
Oh God, I missed it. All right, well that's on the wish list now.
Yep. It was. I think it was
You
like
played it?
it was a
Not
few
yet.
months ago. I need to beat like the 2016 God of War still.
Oh, that's a fantastic game. That's a work of art.
Yeah, I always get like a few hours into it and go and start playing other stuff and forget about it. That's why I haven't bought Ragnarok yet, because I know I need to beat the first one before.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ryan, you played the previous one, right?
Yeah, I played the previous one too.
Cody, do you know how it ends?
I know like Odin gets killed and Thor gets killed.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, Cody, but I just want to ask Ryan this: were you satisfied with those comeuppance?
Oh, I probably spoiled it for Ryan. Shit.
No. Oh yeah.
Talking about Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet.
God damn it, Cody.
Oh, sorry for spoiling like a 3 or 4 year old game.
That's fine.
In my
I'll probably
defense, it only
forget
got
it
ported.
anyway.
Yeah, Ryan, for the first one, the 2016 game. Did you love those comeuppance or what?
You talking about Alder?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Was the
Very,
other
very
one Freya?
satisfying. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a shame about her. She was hot.
Yeah. She was a great character, too.
Yeah. She's a great character on the inside.
Yeah, with great characteristics on the outside.
New God of War's kind of a little neutered compared to the old ones, where you get threesomes and shit.
Oh yeah,
Bonanza.
Jesus Christ. The PSP God of War that I had, Chains of Olympus, I believe it's called, if I'm not mistaken. Even that had Boop Bonanza in it.
I always remember that game because there's like a scene where Kratos grabs like King Midas and is dragging him, and you can see where like he's trying to claw at the ground, and you can see where the ground's turning to gold.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Ragnarok, you do anything else, Ryan?
That's about it.
So we come around to me. Lately, the new season of Rick and Morty's been going on. Season 8, so I think we're in season 8. The first few episodes of season 8 were really good, but the recent episode with the Easter Bunny, the pacing felt really bad. Have either of you boys been watching the new Rick and Morty?
I have not. I
No,
think I'm a
haven't
couple
seen it
seasons
yet.
behind, actually.
Yeah, your IQ just isn't up there with mine.
I'm medium functioning. I'm not high functioning.
Other than Rick and Morty, what's that? Lazarus, that's what I've been watching, it's that new anime that was created by, I think it's either the guy or the studio that did Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy. That's...
Color me interested.
Might
Might have to check this out.
It's the idea that it originally started with, where for anyone who doesn't know, the idea behind it is it takes place sometime in the future. There's like a pain-killing drug, wonder drug, that's been released to everyone that's cheap and it works and it's not addictive. But the idea behind the show is you're 2 years later and turns out the scientist that made it has a god complex and everyone's going to die that took it. So they're trying to track him down because he's like, oh, find me and I'll give you the cure for it. But I think we're maybe like 10 to 12 episodes in, and it's really gone downhill because everything's coming down to contrived luck and sheer convenience now. And I hate Leland. His character sucks. I don't even know why he's in the show. Everyone else is skilled. I'm still going to continue watching the show, but like I said, the story's gone downhill.
What a shame.
Other than that, I've been doing my usual college stuff, and I've only got 4 more courses left. Can't wait to get my time back next year.
All those blood, sweat, and tears.
I have been playing Deltarune too. For anyone who doesn't know, it's kind of the sequel to Undertale. Highly recommend it if you're an Undertale fan. Really good. Not going to spoil anything since Chapter 3 and 4 just came out.
I thought we were the spoiler boys.
People will have our heads if I spoil Deltarune for them.
Well, I'm not trying to get canceled or die, so.
There you go. All right. Jeremy, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Ryan, anything else?
Nope.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to Boys Talk Chop. Hopefully this isn't the only episode that ever happens.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that motherfucking bell. You know how it works. Stay tuned for more episodes.